the environment of a 21st century library, we still have lots of print books. If you take a look around my library or any library around here, we have lots and lots of books, probably 10,000 books in our library. But we also have computers for the students to use. We have iPads. So we have the technology and the digital-based materials. Kids still come in for classes once a week, so I see students on a regular basis, so I know who they are. And I teach how to do research. They also check out books, and they take AR tests, and they still do a lot of traditional stuff, but there are also other things that we can offer. I try to tie into the science curriculum, and I also tie into the RLA curriculum. We check in to see what you're teaching, and then we try and support the teachers in any way we can.
We want to make sure teachers are aware of the resources that are available. I keep a library webpage, and so I'll give the teacher their own page on that library webpage, and I'll go into our databases and create widgets, and so the kids can have a collection of digital resources tailored to their project that suits them.
Technology can make information more efficient because we're getting real-time information by accessing it. We are Wi-Fi throughout our school, and we're going to have a tremendous amount of technology here for students to use next year, whether it's laptops or iPads or whatever they're going to use in their classrooms and in the library. I think for digital blended learning is going to be a very vital thing for the district, and for me to know as much as I can about it to help teachers easily blend in the technology. And it's not always just having a computer in front of the child, because a lot of those things we can still get from the classroom materials, but to have them take it one step further in the classroom to be able to do things, and at home, things that they couldn't do without the computer, without the technology. So the more I know, the more I can pass it on to everybody else.
Kind of the driving philosophy for me is that we want to engage their brains. And when they walk through the door, click, we want to capture it. And this should be a place where then they can explore and they can follow up on their curiosity and their creativity and do what they need to do. So when you come into this library, you're likely to find all kinds of things happening at once. Makerspace is a big movement right now, and it can look different in different libraries. And basically, it's having a set of tools available for kids to create. And so, you know, you might find Legos, you might find an audiovisual lab, but it's a chance for them to get creative and design, and it's not necessarily the written word.
Makerspace and STEM goes hand in hand because students are learning, they're using all kinds of different materials. It's very kinesthetic. They get to think through their mistakes, and if something doesn't work, they get to go back, tear it apart, and put it together again. They also see how the math fits in because they're actually putting the things together.
We don't want people to think of the library as a room, and we want that notion out. It's a place that should have a lot of student ownership, that where we're meeting their needs, they're the customer, and give them a springboard to kind of explore and get creative.
The library is definitely more fun now as I get to know, I know every single kid's name in the whole school because I see them over the course of the week. But I also know them a little more personally because I know what they like to read. I know what their interests are, and I can help direct them to either learn more about that subject or to read something where they're engaged. So we do a lot of interest-motivated learning in the library as it is now in 2016, and I love being part of that. It's the best, it's a dream job. So I love being here, and I love turning kids onto things that they didn't know before and realizing that they can read and there's cool stuff out there. So I think that's the goal of every librarian.